Okay, it looks like I'm live. Am I actually live? Everything seems okay. All right, so there we go. Actually, I guess I should say that the suit, it's not that it's that uncomfortable, it's just a pain in the ass to put on. I guess that's really what it is. But, although it does get warm, so I don't have to worry about being cold in here anymore. Hey, Saya, how's it going? Floating head, yep, floating head. And, oh, and I got the gloves on now, too. Hey, how's it going, man? Christianity and Worldview. Dylan, right? Did I remember your name right? Man, I'm so crappy with names. Cloud City King, hey, how's it going? And, I'm not sure what to start with tonight. Hey, Around the Block, how's it going? Hey, Nasal Penny, good to see you. And, I think, how is sound? Is the sound okay? Is the sound okay? Hey, James, how's it going? Happy Saturday, yeah. Okay. I need to get a drink of water. Actually, I need to get a green bottle now, too, don't I? Now, see, that looks weird with my hands, and the gloves. I don't know. I may take them off later, but it just seems like a thing. Okay, cool. Thanks, Ben. Because somebody had suggested that on the Mind Test Live that the sound wasn't so great. Maybe it was because I didn't have all the sound effects and stuff dialed in as well as I would like. Oh, hang on. How's that for? I don't know. That trips me out still. Oh my God. Oh. I don't know why. The whole green thing just really, I don't know, I feel like a little kid when I'm fiddling around with it. So, what should we start with tonight? I'm going to take these gloves off just because I don't feel very dexterous, Hey, Jason Lehman, how's it going? I may put them back on, but oh, cool. Well, hey, man, don't become unsafe at your job, though, man. But, of course, don't go insane at your job either. Hey, man, Lacrosse, how's it going? Hey, I was going to say bonjour, but that's good day, isn't it? I don't know how to say hello in just general in French. I don't speak French. My ignorance is astounding. Okay, so I guess, see, there we go. Now I got my normal hands back. Hey, Quan, how's it going? I'm going to start with brushing. Hey, Charlie. Well, have a good time, Charlie. Hey, Dylan. Hey, cool. Bonne nuit. Is that even close to right? Bonne nuit. I don't know. I don't know. Hopefully that was not too horrible. Anyway, I'm going to do a little brushing just to get started with. A lot of just line noise, it seems like, but I don't know. Starting kind of slow, right? Which is, well, you know what I haven't done yet? It's time to do it now. Oopsie daisy. Don't forget to do your thing, Bill. Starting this and starting that. There we go. All right. Those should both be okay now. So I guess we'll be going a couple of minutes over today. Well, I think I did start just a touch late, didn't I? So that's fine. Oh, thanks, Benjamin. Yeah, I'm getting pleased. I'm going to get some more plants. Hey, thanks, Rich. I'm going to get some more coyote mint. I'm going to get some more yarrow. I'm actually going to get some yellow, golden yarrow, actually, I guess is what they call it, to go with the white. I'm going to try another of the California buckwheat. Because it has these big round kind of puffy flowers, and it's a big draw for bees, which, you know, pollinators and all that I find very appealing. Oh, you know what I should do? You know what I'm going to do? Bear with me for a quick second. I hadn't thought about this, but I can change my setup on the fly here a little bit. Oh, wait, I missed some comments here. Hey, you know, Quan, show up when you can, man. I'm not going to hold anything against you. Yeah, no kidding. I mean, because, man, the cats have done some, although I don't think they've eaten stuff so much, but they used part of our garden over there as their, you know, litter box, basically. And it's like, so they've scratched things up and whatever. But, yeah, there will be another Mind Test Live. I don't know when. I'll probably only do them every, you know, like 2 or 3 months or something like that, because, yeah, I don't know. It just seems like something to do just sparingly. But we'll see. I might change. Okay, so what was I going to do here? What I'm going to do here is I'm going to go get... I'm going to minimize this for a minute. Let's get this folder here. Let's get this there. Okay. Now let me say this. And then now I can leave this. All right, now I can put this back, right, like that. Okay, so now let me go over to here. And we're going to go to here. I'm not going to do gaming. What I'm going to do is I'm looking for... Where is it at? Here we go, image viewer. Hey, there we go. So, what do you know? So you guys should be able to see these now. So this is a California fuchsia, and behind it are some of the aloe plants. And those aloe plants started off pretty small, actually, just recently. So they're doing pretty well. They keep getting brown on the ends here, but since they keep putting up new stuff, I'm fine. Anyway, so this is a California fuchsia. It doesn't have any flowers just yet. This is a monkey flower, but I don't think it's going to survive. It looks like it's not doing very well, so yeah. This is, on the bottom is a yarrow, and on the top, that's a coyote mint. Jeez, I can't speak. And that's another yarrow and another coyote mint. That's another yarrow. That's another coyote mint. There's a monkey flower that's doing really well. And actually I have another picture of that in just a moment. And there's my other California fuchsia. But now here, this is just a couple of days ago. Boink, that's the same monkey flower, but look, it made a flower. That's the first of our flowers of the little plants that I planted. I don't have any. We have a couple of other succulents that bloom, and I didn't take pictures of those. Anyway, so there's that. Let me go back to, what am I looking for here? There we go. This one there. There we go. And I'll take this back to there. And anyway, so there you go. You've seen that's the latest state of the small plants that I just, put in just a little while ago. Anyway, so I'm happy, especially when I saw the yellow monkey flower. Cool, Quan. Yeah, I'm new to the whole gardening thing. This is all brand new to me, but I'm enjoying it. Actually, tomorrow I'm going to have to go. There's little bits of grasses and clovers and other things that I don't really want in the garden, so I'm going to go pull those out. And yeah, anyway, but yeah, I'm pleased with the progress that's happening. Okay, so if I missed comments yet. Okay, thanks Punkanova, thanks Ben. Oh, and let's see, what do we have here? Oh, wow. No, I did not see that on CBS News. Wow, that's cool. Although, I mean, I suppose Maria's the best person to get to interview, right? She's kind of, I don't know, does she have the most subscribers or whatever? I mean, I don't know. She just sort of seems like the queen of ASMR to me, but, I might be out of date. Stream on Switch. I've been thinking about that. I just haven't got around to going over and checking Twitch out and seeing what it would take for me to get on there. I just have to, just get my head out of my butt and just, go do the work, basically. I haven't planted any vegetables, Quan. I've only planted flowers. I've been thinking about doing some food type stuff, but I think I'd do that in the backyard just because it's a little bit more protected. And, oh, do I smoke? I just saw that. I don't know why that just went zoop right into my eye. No, I used to smoke pretty heavily, but I quit smoking right at the beginning of the pandemic. So, yeah, and I went cold turkey. That was rough. It's way harder quitting smoking than it was quitting booze. Hang on. Anyway, so I'm going to go back to doing a little bit of brushing. And then maybe I'll do some octortal. I specifically chose to do octortal and probably the Nordal. Is that what we're going to call that? Just because it will let me use the keyboard. Because I got the new mechanical keyboard plugged in too. Oh, I didn't catch that. Thanks, Ben. I quit on purpose at that time, or was it coincidence? I'm not sure I follow what your question is. I did choose to quit smoking, yeah. Actually, by then I wasn't actually smoking cigarettes anymore. I'd been using a tank, vapey thing. Well, you've probably seen it. I used to do it on videos for a little bit. Yeah, my progress was just regular cigarettes for a really long time. And then I started smoking. I'd buy pouches of roll your own stuff, And but I actually bought myself a little one-hit pipe at a head shop and used it actually for smoking tobacco on my breaks at work, right? That kind of thing. And then eventually I moved to I used a tank system. I think it was called Halo or something like that. But yeah, and so I just got an unflavored nicotine whatever. I used to get the flavored ones, but after a while I just went, because I just wanted the nicotine, you know what I mean? And then I decided to quit, so yeah, I'm glad I did. Now I do still occasionally smoke weed, but I don't know, a few joints a month is a lot different than regularly smoking tobacco. Okay, hang on, looks like I missed comments. Huh, interesting. I used to smoke more when I drank, but well, it's, the thing is like, it's so, but it was like, I just realized that part of that was also when I wasn't drinking, was also when I was at work, right? You know what I mean? So you can't really, well, yeah, we'll go into sneaking drinks at work, but it has happened. Hey, Tefumi. Stickiest of the icky. You know what I'm going to do? Let's do the, I will whisper over here while I'm brushing over there, and I will quietly whisper over here while I'm brushing over there, and I'm quietly whispering over here while I'm brushing over there. And I'm going to switch it around, and let's do it the other way. And let's say that I'm whispering over here while I'm brushing over there, and I'm whispering over here. You know, I'm going to try putting the gloves back on just because I think it might be fun to, let's see. So the gloves will be coming on and off, I suppose, tonight. See, they're kind of just, well, you can't really see, I guess, here. Well, I don't know, maybe you can't really make it out, but they're not really well made for a hand, if that makes sense. So you kind of just gotta, all right, that seems okay. At least not well made for my hand. But, well, I think it just is that these are the thing I bought because it was cheap, you know what I mean? It does the job, but okay. How tedious is that watching? Okay, here we go. Now I got the gloves on, and now let's see how this goes for. Yeah, I don't know. My idea was to see if I could hold it from far enough away that I could, you know. Oh well, let's see what happens. So I'll be whispering over here while I'm brushing over there, and I'm whispering over here while I'm brushing over there. Oh yes, you know what? I don't have the crinkle bag with me. Oh, you know what I could do? I can do you some crinkling really quick, Benjamin. But after the break, I'll make sure I retrieve my crinkle bag. Here's how about the bag that the green suit came in? How's that for some interesting visual? This one is pretty volatile. Ooh. Let's do it a little bit over here too. So got it kind of moving around a bit, yeah. Ooh. Oopsie daisy. So who here is here for the first time for the floating head in a live situation? Thanks, Ben. I really like crinkling too, though. It's a good thing. Have you ever seen that? Maria does a couple of videos where she does, crinkle shirts. I really like those. whoopsie daisy. Man, this one has got some sharp stuff going on. Oh, cool. Well, I'm glad I could help you with the focus on the study, Punkanova. Cool. I was thinking later I might do the where I hide my head except for the mouth and beard, you know. Hey Silas, how's it going, man? Kevin Spacey. No, nobody's ever said I resemble Kevin Spacey. When I was a kid, I was told that I resembled a young George Harrison. I mean, not a kid, but like a teenager, late teens, early 20s. I've also been told that when I was younger that I resembled Paul Weller of The Jam. Seems to me there's somebody else that people said I looked like, but yeah, I don't know. Yeah, MSE was talking about that thing earlier, James. Oh, the mics? Okay, so these mics, the ones I'm currently using, these are AKG P420s. I bought them at Sweetwater. I think they're less than $200 each, so they're not super expensive. And they're, you know, AKG makes a good product. I mean, this is kind of like the bottom rung of like, well, I guess it's that crossover, what they call prosumer, right? Getting kind of into pro, but it's not super expensive stuff yet. Oh, Maria, gentle whispering. Sorry, had to move a gun save, yikes. So is that the kind of thing, like you have to empty it and then move the safe and then re-put everything in it, or do you just like get a forklift and move the whole thing that way? Yeah, her channel name is Gentle Whispering ASMR. Yeah, she's been kind of that, well, in the early days, she was like kind of, I don't know, the most famous one of us, I think. Yeah, that's what I was thinking, Punkanova. Yeah, I think she did change her name subtly, but I think it's always been something along those lines of gentle whispering or something like that. Wow, 5 feet tall. ASMR ambassador, yeah, she kind of is. Holy mackerel, dude. Well, I hope none of you hurt your back or anything like that, man. Okay, we're almost done with the first break. This will just be a break. I'll also go grab the full-on crinkle bag for doing some crinkles later. Okay, it's time for a break. I will be back. Well, this one won't be an ad break though, so don't worry about that. Okay, so how do you think about that? It's just a beard, man. There's nobody here but just a beard. I don't know, that amuses me. Sorry, I just couldn't help myself. So, there we go. Yeah. Kind of silly stuff just amuses the hell out of me. Oh man, okay. I'm missing comments. I got to catch up. You're welcome. There'll be more later, Benjamin. Yep, it's Saturday, man. Okay, man. Oh man, well I'm sorry to hear about all the strife, Nasal Penny. Perhaps we can, help you just sort of, I don't know, chill out a bit, yeah? Bill's got jokes, yeah, I don't know. Just stream my beard. Yeah, that's not a bit, The only problem is that it's kind of hard to see through that fabric, I'm sure there's a better way of setting it up and being able to do it that I just don't get, but... Oh, hey, Silas. Thank you. Okay, we all know how this works now, right, gang? See, Ben's already... He knows what's coming. He knows what's coming. So here we go. All right, so 3 cheers for Silas the Great. Hip, hip, hooray. Hip, hip, hooray. Hip, hip, hooray. And the crowd goes... Ah. Oops, there's water in it still from when I rinsed it out. Thanks, Silas. That's super cool. I really do appreciate it. Yeah, you gotta have those cheers going, right? Okay, so what am I going to go back to? I'll get some more crinkling going on later. I think let's do some beard brush. That might be kind of fun to brush the beard in that. Like you can see that. Yeah, I can. Brush over here, I'll let you in. Wow, that's crazy generous, Silas, so I don't know. You should think about that. That's a fair amount of money to throw at a live stream. But, I mean, if you decide to do it, I would be super generous, and I'm not going to be mad at you for it, obviously, but holy mackerel, that's a bunch of money. No, I think you can use AI as a tool. Absolutely, you can use AI as a tool. But see, there's the thing. Are you using it as a tool, or are you copying out and letting the thing do it? For example, there are people who are going to use AI tools. There's a Korean woman I watched the other day who was one of those people that defected from North Korea. And I think that kind of thing is kind of interesting to look at now and again. Anyway, and she was using a text-to-script type thing or whatever. So I guess that's really not so much AI as much as it's just a reader, but it falls into that kind of same, tool usage thing. but she's actually doing the effort. She's filming herself and she's writing a script. She's just using a tool to help it reach more people. And I'm fine with that. Like, I would be fine with people. I think they use AI to do the subtitles for a lot of things. And I don't have any problem with any of those things. Those things are, using a tool to help you do, tedious work or whatever. However, if all you're doing is sitting there and going, oh, here, let me take 30 seconds to write down some cues, and it'll generate a script, and then now I take that script. See what I'm saying? It's like, art and creative stuff is supposed to be humans making stuff for other humans, man. It's like the whole AI thing is like, it's taken the whole concept of Muzak and really, really screwed everything else. 6 Ways from Sundays and in an extreme version of that. Turns everything just into, it's all just, cheap tchotchke junk now, Anyway, there's my rant on that. Well, I appreciate your generosity, Silas. I'm glad that I can help you get some sleep. That's, that means a lot to me, because, I've gotten a lot of pleasure and relaxation and de-stressing and all that kind of thing from ASMR. So, I don't know. I just felt like it'd be cool, to give back. But it would also be especially cool if I could, continue this sort of upward trend that I've got going and eventually, make a decent living at it. That would be fantastic. But, we'll see. Anyway, so it looks like I got... Okay, cool. You should let us know when that is. Put it in the comments so that everybody knows to, where to go and where to see you there, Dylan. Or, that's for Christianity and Worldview. Everybody go check out his podcast. Or the podcast he's doing with his friends. And you wrote your master's. Oh, man. See, that's... Okay. I don't know. I have a little pad thing, but it's mostly... Well, yeah, I guess I could do... I don't really use it for graphic stuff. I use it for taking notes and for reading. Yeah, I'm hoping that I can have it help me be more comfortable with reading. Well, thanks, Punkanova. I'm glad that I'm in the, your big three. That's fantastic. I'll take the compliment. Mindtext Monday is day after tomorrow. This month you got a bonus one because I decided to do the live in between 2 normal ones. I didn't want to sacrifice a normal one for the live one, and I think that's the way I'll do it. And I chose to do it this month because it's my birthday month. Hey Josh, wow, okay, thank you. And I like the little creature there doing its thing. Okay, gang, we know how this works now, right? So, 3 cheers for Josh, right? Hip hip hooray. Hip hip hooray. Hip hip hooray. And the crowd goes, oh. See if I can get the camera to stop doing that. Thank you. Just stop. There we go. Just go back to normal, please. Thank you. Now we got a little bit of bonus action off the camera for that one. I have to be careful about that thing, man. The camera's, it's waiting to go off and do things for me, whether I want it to or not. All right, now that I've brushed with the beard brush, how about we do some tapping with the beard brush? Because I know that's a popular thing too. I think after this next break, which is coming up in a little less than 9 minutes, And it will be an ad break this time, so just to warn you guys. Oh, you know, when I do the next Mind Test Live, I'm going to do the same thing I do here, where I'll do the 20-minute break things. Because that way I can warn people when they're coming. Let's do a little bit of whispering over here while I'm doing that. You know, how's the inflation affect? I mean, it's affected me just because prices are more expensive, so I just buy less things, you know? I mean, and I buy cheaper things. I mean, that's really about it, but I live pretty, because I'm constantly broke, so. You know, when you're poor, I guess you get good at being poor. I don't know. Oh, I didn't see your thank you on the AI perspective, James. Yeah, you're welcome. And I'm glad you can dig my perspective. I don't know. No, it's not a long-time family home. It's we moved in here when I was like 10, I think, something like that. Maybe just before I turned 10, something like that. So 50 years, you know, because I'm just about to turn 60, so. But hopefully we'll be able to keep the house and after my dad passes and it's weird how it gets kind of. I wonder if it's because the tan is so much. No, don't do that. Just go back. Thank you. Heebie-jeebie. Don't you do it, you camera. You know, there aren't any long time, you know, more than one generation occupied, you know, like somebody inheriting the house and continuing to live there. We don't, in my family, there's no houses like that. Okay, so Bill obviously is my just first name silence, but so MaxVoxPax. You know, I don't remember what the initial inspiration for it was. I don't know. I mean, it's clearly it's a, you know, it's a goof up on Latin, right? Because I don't know what the appropriate word order would be, but I mean, you know, most peaceful voice is the idea. But it's probably the wrong word order, although I don't know how the word orders work in Latin. I don't know that it, you know, follows our word order. But so it's Max obviously is maximum, Vox is voice, and Pax is peace, right? So most voice piece is the, you know, the way it comes out as far as word order, but I liked that better than the Max Pax Vox, you know. I thought Max Vox Pax. I think it sounded better. So it was mostly about the alliteration, I guess. And, you know, obviously the sentiment of trying to be a peaceful voice. You know, Nasal Pennies, he may even be here now. Well, he would have chimed in now, I think, after seeing you say that. But there's times he shows up and just doesn't say anything. But you're right, it's been a while since he chimed in. Yes, I will be doing mods, Cloud City King. Like I want to do, well, just simple things. Like I want to make furniture, and I want to make art for decorating my grand hall, stuff like that. So I want to do a little bit more building, you know, till I get to the place like where I have the walls, and then I'll go, you know, what should I put on there? Will I ever play real Minecraft? No. The current existing form of Minecraft I won't play because it, you know, it's a Microsoft product and I won't deal with Microsoft. And I'm content with Minetest. I know a lot of people seem to get very disappointed that I'm not all that eager to figure out a way of playing Minecraft, but I'm fine with Minetest. I'm enjoying it. And it looks like there's other cool things that go on inside of Luanti that might be more robust and groovy, you know. So I don't know. I'm eager to explore all those things, but yeah, I'm fine with the Luanti/Minetest. You know, I don't know, Ben. I mean, I'm like I said, I'm content with Minetest, so I don't really have any motivation to go figure out how to do Minecraft. What, you mean like those boxes that people curate of like doodads and stuff to sell to people, that kind of thing? Is that what you're talking about, MSC? Interesting. No, I haven't thought about doing anything like that. I have thought about doing merch, but then I go, I don't know. Like I was thinking about having a T-shirt made that has that, like the thing I use for my, you know, like the watermark and, you know, the little avatarish thing or whatever it is, you know, with my face with the light behind my head. That's kind of the, I guess, the logo for the channel, I suppose, in a way. Yeah, when I come back from the break, say we will do I have the Labradorite here, so yes, there will be finger tracing with Labradorite. MaxVoxPax in a box. Yeah, you know what, that does have the same sort of, you know, alliteration thing, doesn't it, going on? The MaxVoxPax box, right? Because you don't even have to say it in a box. You could just call it the MaxVoxPax box. I don't know. I'll have to think about that. I don't know. Maybe that is something I figure out to make happen. All right, so it's going to be an ad break, gang. So brace yourselves for whatever loud nonsense that corporate America is going to be tossing your way. Actually, I guess it could be corporate anywhere. It doesn't have to be America, but probably America. In any case, so here we go, break time, and here comes the ads. Here. Okay, so where am I? Itch my nose and let's get out the labradorite. Okay, here we go. See if I can do this without setting off the... Let's find a good angle first off. That looks attractive to me. That's kind of a weird... There you can see me reflected in the computer screen. How's that for silliness, weirdness? Gotta find a good spot that's just sort of there like that. That'll be all right. Oh, looks like there's some comments. Well, the new keyboard has been featuring in Mindtest. But yes, there will be a video. My plan is I'm going to figure out something that I'm going to just say, like babble. I don't know if I'll write it as a script or not, or I might just try to do it. And then what I'm going to do is I'm going to type as I speak. And so I'm going to have, I don't think it'll be stereo like an ear-to-ear thing. I think what I'll do is, because right now I still only have 2 mic preamps. Unless I want to rig up something, I have this portable Tascam player, which I could do. It's just because syncing them up is a pain, and you get all kinds of weird timing issues where you get, well, just weird timing issues that turn into strange effects like weird flanging type things. But anyway, so I was going to have a mic for me to speak into, and then a mic for the keyboard. And then I will say things, and then you will see me, as I type it, it'll come up on the screen on the text editor or whatever, right? I mean, at least that's my plan. We'll see how that goes, but... Corporate UK, yeah. Yeah, thanks, Benjamin. I'm really pleased with that, the sounds on this keyboard. For a concrete company. Man, I had peanut butter and jelly. Well, I've been cutting back on the peanut butter and jelly because I started gaining weight, and peanut butter has lots of calories, so I don't eat peanut butter every single day now. So I had peanut butter and jelly yesterday. No, I did not. Rob, as far as that ice cream, no, I did not find the ice cream. Here I'm going to let me do some more deliberate of the tracing. There we go. There'll be a little bit more. There, let's try it like that. And then I'm going to do some more of this. And I like doing it like, where it goes like that, yeah. And maybe I'll do the letters and numbers kind of thing here, right? So let's do that like, is that a good angle? Okay, so we'll do 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and that's all 10 digits from 0 to 9. Let's do the alphabet. A, B, C, D, E, F, G, H, I, J, K, L, M, N, O, P, Q, R, S, T, U, V, W, X, Y, and Z. There we go. I might come back down a little bit. Thanks, Chris. Okay, what else? Actually, as far as the jellies go, oh, Silas took off. Well, I hope you had a good night, man. I like preserves mostly, and I like apricot. Currently, my choices are apricot, fig, and I guess it's boysenberry. Yeah. Should I make the tracing louder somehow? A couple of years back. Deep fried peanut butter and jelly sandwich. Wow. That's a weird concept. I could see how that might work, though. I mean, yeah. Interesting. What was I going to do? Oh, you know what? I was going to, let's see how much time we have. You know, let's go play a little bit of Octortle for a bit. How about that? Because that way I can use the fancy keyboard. And I don't have the mic set down low to pick it up, but I think the clicking will be loud enough that you guys should be able to pick it up, hear it. We'll find out though, shall we? So let's go to here. Let me move this out of my way, like that. There we go. And let's go, because I haven't played these today, so let's play the daily games, shall we? So we'll see if I can do a rescue. Excuse me. I tend to suck at rescue, so I don't often play it, to be honest. Oh, you know what I need to do is let me move this so I can, I just realized I just covered up the comment thing. Or the chat thing. Okay, here we go. Now I can see what's going on. I think... Okay, I think that one is going to be ridge, isn't it? Man, see, that makes such a good sound. It just really does. I think that one's going to be tweed, isn't it? Nope, it can't be tweed because there's no W. So what's that going to be? Steed, maybe? One could be, what could that, I don't know. It could be steep too, couldn't it? Nope, I think it's going to be, let's try steep. Hey, what do you know? So that one is probably sheep then. And SPI, what's that going to be? Spiny. And that one's going to be swell, isn't it? Oh, tangy. And tamer, taper. No, it can't be taper, doesn't it? It could be tater, maybe. Terror. Like as in to tear something, like to tear on a weight, maybe, you know, a scale. So I think that one's going to be worry. Okay. Okay, so it's not the, so I'm going to say tamer. Nope. Oh, taker. Hey, what do you know? Yay, we got the rescue. And now let's do extreme. And yeast, I think. Funky, that's funny. Funky yeast. It's probably droid, isn't it? Nope, orbit. Do I have enough to get these? I have 5 left and 5. Yeah, okay. Actually, I did it. Grind, probably. Oops. And herd. Golly. Unmet, probably. Okay. I'm going to say it's golly. Okay. And then what do I have here? Taste. T-A-S-T-E. Nope, paste. Yikes. All right, well. Almost got it. We'll go to classic. Play COD. I don't get it. What is COD? I'll go ahead and put in plum. Okay, so that's going to be psalm, isn't it? That's going to be paint. Repay, probably. That one's probably hater. That's probably dirty. Route. Oops. Dry. Yeah, that's what I thought before. Yeah. Oh, Call of Duty. Oh, you know, I don't really play many of those kind of militaristic types of games. I don't know, maybe someday in the future. Do I call that hater? What else is it going to be? Okay. And I don't know. Is that one Allen? Like, you know, like an Allen wrench? No, it can't be that. Oh, angle? Like, or angel? There we go. Yippee-yi-yay. All right, we got that one. Let's go get the sequence. No Man's Sky. I don't know, maybe. You know, there's... I don't necessarily have anything against any particular games. It's just... Right now I have more than enough games to keep me occupied for, you know, what's going on with the channel. Especially because, well, between Mind Test and Enigma, I could keep myself quite busy with just both of those, let alone the ones that I like playing already. You know, like this. Oops, you know what I just realized? I should push this up a bit, shouldn't I? Nope, not that. This. There we go. There we go. There, now it's out of the way. All right. Yippee-yay. But you know, don't not suggest things. You know what I mean? I don't want to be like a, you know, the guy that says don't ever tell me those things. It's just I just want to make sure that I set everybody's, you know, expectations appropriately, so they don't go, hey, you know, when are you going to play that game? It's like, you know, I don't know, maybe, who knows when. Plus, I kind of have I tend to be a bit flaky and kind of like absent-minded professor-ish a lot of times. You know, I think I should shrink my head. What do you think? Nope, it keeps wanting to move the wrong thing here. So I guess what I need to do is do this. So I want to shrink me. And shrink me a little bit more. There we go. And it's better. I'm still kind of in the way, but not as much in the way. Let's go back over to here. Anyway, what was I saying? Oh, yeah, but don't stop suggesting stuff. Just, you know, just realize that I'm a curmudgeon. What is this going to be? Could. There we go. Saucy. And vying, maybe. Oops, sever, I guess. And chord. And what, showy? Downy. And what is this going to be? Onion? Hey, what do you know? Let's do the chill. And let's go ahead and put in plum and waged. There we go. And probably gummy. Probably while. Probably plaid. Tense. Smear. 60. Photo. And probably stunt, I guess, yeah. Okay, so that's all of those. Let's go do this one. I like to start down here. Now let me move myself to somewhere else. Let's see. Let me shrink myself a bit more. That looks hilarious with my hair hanging down over my shoulder like that. Well, whatever it is, what it is. So there we go. There's that. And I'm going to have to move my head around a lot, aren't I? Maybe I'll just, well, when it gets filled up, I'll just turn myself off. And yeah, that's what we'll do. Anyways, let's go back over to here. And, right, is that what's going on here? Okay, yeah. Thought something was going wrong there for a second, but I guess it's okay. Cushy joint freak. I like this one because I can just keep typing. I don't have to wait for the game to catch up. So what's this going to be? I don't even know what this is going to be. What? Something at... All right, I don't know. I don't see it. That doesn't help me at all. Yikes, all right. Let's see what this gets me. Duvet, right? Yikes. That was almost over quickly. And, oops. And, I'm going to say paler. No. Pearl. And unsee. Nope. What is this going to be? Does anybody else see it? I'm not seeing it. By all means, chime in. Unso? Is that a word? I don't know. Let me try it. Oh, unsex. All right. Well, that was pretty depressing. Well, I'll keep going anyway, even though it's kind of... Oh, by all means, chime in, Punkanova. Absolutely. Oh, you know, here, let me... This covered up part of the comment thing. Here we go. Okay. I think I'm back to things functioning properly. Well, you know, see, you should have just said that you'd have got it right, man, you know. Anyway, let's see what we can get. Oh, you know what? The thing just went, didn't it? All right, well, it's time for me to take a break. Let me do this puzzle, and then I'll take a break. Oh, and Sue. And Sue, yeah, that was, well, except for the E was in the wrong spot, wasn't it? Let's do, that's going to be flung probably, isn't it? What's that one going to be? Gamer, I think, is that one. That's one that gets used a lot, to be honest. Hey, Draven, how's it going? Expel, I think. Here we go. Okay. I hope you're having a nice evening in Louisiana. And let me see about... I'm just going to temporarily turn me off, just so I can see the whole freaking thing. Let me put myself back in the appropriate window. And then I'm going to go to the Conversational. And then I'm going to go to the Conversational. And then I'm going to go to the Conversational. And then I'm going to go to the Conversational. And then I'm going to go to the Conversational. And then I'm going to go to the Conversational. And then I'm going to go to the Conversational. And then I'm going to go to the Conversational. And then I'm going to go to the Conversational. And then I'm going to go to the Conversational. And then I'm going to go to the Conversational. And then I'm going to go to the Conversational. And then I'm going to go to the Conversational. And then I'm going to go to the Conversational. And then I'm going to go to the Conversational. And then I'm going to go to the Conversational. And then I'm going to go to the Conversational. And then I'm going to go to the Conversational. And then I'm going to go to the Conversational. And then I'm going to go to the Conversational. And then I'm going to go to the Conversational. And then I'm going to go to the Conversational. And then I'm going to go to the Conversational. And then I'm going to go to the Conversational. And then I'm going to go to the Conversational. And then I'm going to go to the Conversational. Oh, you know what? After this, I said that last time, but let me finish this one grid of 4 here, I guess, and then I'll go take a break, and then, no, I should have stuck to my, yeah, I'm not going to be able to have enough to do this one, am I? Post, great, segue, and waken. Okay, I will be back. Let me get this. Let me turn myself back on here, and let me get myself back to here. I'll probably pick up the game again when I come back, but let me just take a break here for a minute. Let's go back to here. Okay, so I'm back, and okay, here we go. Did I miss any comments? And I'm doing okay, Draven, and okay, yeah, let me go back to this a bit. Let me move this out of my way, and let me make myself invisible again for a second. Let's go back over to here. Okay. And so Frosh, I guess, and north, and I'm going to say waved. Oops. Because I think that's probably cover or cower. Oh, it's coder. What do you know? And let's try plum. I don't see what this is going to be. Missy. And this is going to be aptly, isn't it? Okay. Hey, hello, MillowFresh. I'm okay. I hope you are as well. You know, I'll just keep trying the Minesweeper thing, man. It just, you know, I think the next time I do Minesweeper, I might do a bit of a tutorial and start with the easier levels rather than the big, whatever that large one was, or is it large or custom, or I don't remember what I picked, but it was a low, you know, I had a low success rate anyway. short? Nope. Why did I think that was short? All right, I think I just screwed myself, didn't I? Wasn't paying attention. Do I have 6? Do I have 6 left? Yeah, I still have 6 spots left. So shook probably. Throb probably. All right, let me do plum. And okay. So throw, I guess, is what I'm going to guess. And shook. And that's going to be press, isn't it? And it's going to be gloat, I think. And it's going to be scary, I think. And I think that's going to be panda. All right, well, you know, however you got here is fine, man. And that's probably comfy, isn't it? Let me go ahead and put in plum. And yeah, comfy. And that's probably brand. And that's okay, tread, that gave me that. Fuzzy probably. And I don't see what that one is. Okay, this one's going to be morph, isn't it? And is that going to be dandy? Now what's this word here? I was going to say towel, but obviously the T can't go first. No, the L can go second. So what is this going to be? Playing Toon Blast on your tablet, right? Extol, maybe? Is that E-X-T-O-L? Okay. Swag chat. Oopsie daisy. Here we go. And cynic, probably. Now, let's see why N-I-C, is that how you spell it? Here we go. All right, I'm going to go ahead and put in plum just to get some more letters around somewhere, maybe. That one could be label. That could be what? Oh, that one's going to be humor, isn't it? I think that one's going to be crown. I think that's clang. Tuber. Or turbo. Omega. Bagel. Oops, not bagel. Holy mackerel. And I guess just kitty. I don't know what else to make it be. All right. Okay, here we go. What are your favorite game you like doing for ASMR? I tried D&D years and years ago. I had a bad experience, but it was the guy that was a dungeon master was kind of a jerk. I didn't know it at the time because obviously I was ignorant. He was showing me and a couple of other friends how to play Dungeons and Dragons, except for not only was he the dungeon master, but he had a character in the game. So that kind of gives you the idea of what was going on. But I never really took to it. I mean, yeah, I don't know. I just didn't work for me. So what's that going to be? Style, probably. Let's stick in plum, I guess, just to see. Yeah, it's going to be style. And smash, I think. And could be hater, could be Heath. No, it can't be Heath because the H can't be at the end. That one's going to be catch, isn't it? Okay. And hippo. And tweet, maybe. What's that one? It's going to be worse, is going to be my guess. Right, so let's make that tweet. And least. And scrum. And what time is it getting to be? Irony, I guess. And overt. Let's put this in just for, how's that going to be? Riper? That's probably tulip. Let's try that. Oh man, I tell you, MSE. So what is that one? Is that going to be titty? Or is that going to be tizzy? What is that? Vowel, maybe? Okay. I don't know, it's got to be riper, I think. Oops. R-I-P-E-R. There we go. Rally, I guess, yeah. Probably what? Adult? Oopsie daisy, somebody's upstairs doing something. What is this? Well, I'm going to try tizzy just because. Here we go. Now I just need this. It's a something. So I don't see a something RIE. What is that? By just being dense. I don't know. Is this? Oops. Yeah, isn't that like for bees or something like that? I don't know. I can't remember. And rayon probably. I want to put in plum. That got me pleats. That's going to get me clerk. It's going to be skirt. So probably clued maybe. Stilt maybe. So tabby maybe for that one. Yeah, that's going to be all right. This one, is it going to be batty? That's funny. Tabby and batty. And outer. S-W-A-S-H. Let's try that. Nope. Oh, it's going to be a wash, isn't it? Okay, I do have 3 left. Okay, so that's tuned probably. And clued. That one came out just fine, didn't it? And I think it's got to be stilt. What do you know? Drink water. I apologize for that. Let's see. And how much time do we have left? We still have just under 3 minutes. Yeah, I'll play a little bit more of this. And then when we come back from the next break, which this one will be an ad break, right? So prepare you for touch probably on that one. No, what am I looking at over there? I don't know what I was looking at over there. So let's do this. KY. What's going to be Cobra, isn't it? And there goes some pooches. Hey. Aloha. That was a good one to have, huh? All right, I'm going to think that one of these is Mummy. And the other one's going to be gummier. So let's do this one as pouty, right? And maybe grown, or it could be grown or drowned, couldn't it? How many do I have? I have I've got 6 and I've got 6 left, so I don't have any spare. Yikes, okay. All right, do that. That's going to be shard, isn't it? Okay. Diddy. All right, dummy. And it's going to be drown, isn't it? And I guess I'm going to say that it's booby. What do you know? Okay, what do you know? Good timing. So let me go back to here, just so I could say something about whatever. Then when I come back, I'll do some more triggers, I guess. Maybe some brushing, maybe some more. I don't know. We'll see. I'll do some more triggers when I come back. Anyway, this will be an ad break, though. So anyway, here, let's do this. Okay, so I'm back, and you know what I haven't done yet today? So I haven't done the jar with the chopstick. And what did I try before that? Oh, it was the drumsticks. Oh man, I put those away, didn't I? Those made a good sound too, didn't they? But anyway, we'll just do it with the chopstick. Neck was going to do a weird thing there for a second. Oh, it's doing the weird thing again, isn't it? Stop, stop, stop. Just go back. Thank you. Just leave me alone, you freaking thing. try. Let's try doing it with the handle of the brush, see if that does anything interesting. Yeah, it's not as good. It doesn't have quite the same friction. Anyway. Oh, you know what I'd like to do with the brush? I'm going to set the brush aside for just a quick sec. Because what I really want to do... why would you do that? I didn't do anything with my hand. Just because I leaned in doesn't mean I want you to stop, 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 stop. Go back to being like that. Yes, just stay there. Don't do anything else. Me leaning forward isn't a gesture for you to do the thing, man. Okay, here we go. So we're going to do some tapping. I'm going to do it with just my finger, the pads of my fingers first. And then I'll switch to using my fingernails. Yeah, well, see, there's we were talking about AI earlier. This camera has some AI in it. And, when I first got it, I was actually kind of looking forward to all these weird things that it would do, but now I've come to realize that, I don't know, maybe I will. Yeah, the camera does want me to install Windows, because it doesn't, the app doesn't work in Linux, so I'm stuck with, the features that it has out of the box, which is those two gestures, which zoom and follow me, which I can think of situations where I might think it was cool to use, but just not in this instance. So clearly at some point I just need to have more money so I can have more different cameras, so I can, horses for courses, so to speak, right? So different cameras for different purposes. say that whole name? Wolfkulisicey? Oh, you know what I'm going to try? Let's try that. Let's try doing the chunk of wood with the green gloves on. How about that? How silly will that look? You know what I mean, man? I hope this doesn't annoy you guys too much, but it delights me no end to just play with this silly green suit that I've got. I still haven't figured out anything. I mean, in a general idea, I thought, yeah, this would be cool. I could make videos where I move stuff around, and you know what I mean? And as long as I have the appropriate background image laid in, right, it could be pretty groovy. And kind of, you could make things look like they're floating around and that kind of thing. Okay, here we go. There we go. So now, I don't know, is that wow, cool. I'm glad that that's Wolfkulisicey. Man, can I just call you Wolf because I'm lazy? I'm glad you like my videos. I don't know, I think it's not as good. Maybe if I could do it in such a way that I can, like, you know, keep it like it's just floating wood. Cool, thank you. You know, I don't know. I don't think I like the idea that the glove thing is just not as cool as I thought it was going to be. So I'll take them back off. Plus, I think it sounds better with my fingers and fingernails directly on the wood rather than the fabric being in the way. So put those over there. There we go. Let's have the hand just back and we'll just... Hey Rita, how's it going? Well, yeah, if it's 6 a.m. and you've been out all night, wow, hopefully you had a good time. And yeah, just go put your head on a pillow and get some sleep. That's what you need. Hey, the wizard, how's it going, man? Thanks for coming by. Hey Zeno, how's it going? Again, I'll do a little bit of whispering. Whisper, whisper, whisper. While I do the tapping. Wow, 2 birthdays. Well, now it's time for you to recuperate, right? I've been well. Thanks for asking. And it sounds like, at least for the immediate past, that you've been doing okay. I hope you've been doing well otherwise, too. Wait, let's do a little bit of whisper, 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 whisper. And I'll do some whisper, 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 whisper. Whisper, whisper, whisper. And maybe just a little bit of soft speaking whisper sort of mixture. Yeah. And do a little bit of whispering over here. A little bit of whispering over here. Okay, I want to do some brushing on the end grain with the brush because I like that. So let's do a little bit of that over here, shall we? Oops, don't bang things, Bill. Maybe I should keep my hand down lower, right? Since there's got to be a better way of me doing this. It's less so awkward. I'm still not very good at all this. How to place things and be Mr. Pro guy in this sort of circumstances. Wow, that was something. I don't know what that was, but something from upstairs. I hope that wasn't too startling. The best era for pop culture? Oh, wait a minute, so what was that? What is my favorite bird? Interesting. What would be my favorite bird? I don't know that I have it. You know what? I'm going to pick, just because it popped into my memory, there's a bird called a sunbittern. I think it's native to like Arizona, New Mexico, that kind of area. I might be wrong in that. But it's got an interesting pattern in its feathers that I find kind of appealing. Or you know what? I think it just popped into mind. The golden eagle, which is a really big eagle, and there were these guys. I think they were like someplace like Mongolia or Kazakhstan or someplace like that, and they were using these golden eagles to do their shepherd work, and they would use golden eagles to hunt the wolves. How nuts is that? Anyway, best era for pop culture. Here's the thing. I think the best era for popular culture is going to be the era that you are a young adult, if you like that popular culture. You know what I mean? Like, I tend to like a lot of bands, say from the 70s into the 80s, you know, because I was a kid growing up, and so I'm partial to a lot of those bands, but that's also subjective. I mean, I don't know. It's like I get a little, like, there's all these guys that are like my age and older. They're always going on about how crappy the music is today and blah 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 blah. And I'm like, do you not remember the bubblegum from the 60s? I mean, there was crap back then, just like there's crap now, but there's also good music now. The problem is that the internet makes everything so easily available that you kind of have to, it's easier to just find stuff. So you have to wade through stuff to find the thing that you're actually looking for, you know? Anyway, oops, time to take another break. This will be the last break because I got kind of out of sync and this is all crazy. So let me just do this real quick, stretch my legs and get my back kind of unkinked, and I will be back momentarily. Okay, so anyway, so oh yes, my birthday is on Wednesday the 20th. Cool, well thanks, the wizard. No, 24-hour live stream. I probably will do a live stream for like an hour or so. I just got to figure out the time of day I want to do it. Because I don't think there's really anything happening here, so I probably can do it anytime I want, but I need to make sure that, yeah, a lot of times we're kind of a little haphazard with our ability to schedule things around the house. So, good bit of wood. Yeah, I might do a little bit more of the wood just because that's one of my favorite things. Oh, you know what I'm going to do here just because, let's do this. I'm not going to have any more breaks tonight, so we'll just leave that off. And I guess we'll do that like that. That'll be fine like that. Oh, I got some in my eye. And yeah, let's just do some more. I like the good old bit of wood. So, Wizard, what's your favorite bird? Straight, man, that just sounds, I've thought about trying to think of like a gimmicky way of doing something. I don't know if I could do 24 hours, but just like doing a longer stream, mostly just because I feel bad that, most of my audience is in the US. Like 90% of it or something like that, maybe a little bit less than that, but I think it's like Then it's Canada. I think it's Canada, UK, Germany is the next 3 in that order. It's either Canada, UK, Germany, or UK, Canada, Germany. But I've got, a few people here and there, like pretty much all over the globe, which I find kind of cool. And I don't know, I just would like to figure out a way of, I don't know, getting everybody a chance to see the live thing. I mean, obviously everybody can watch the, the on-demand replay thing, but I don't know. Seems like it might be cool to be able to include more people. Wow, that's cool about that. I like corvids, though. I hadn't thought about that. Yeah, corvids are pretty freaking amazing, aren't they? I forget about ravens in particular. They're smart. I saw a thing that was talking about ravens and crows and the like. Well, corvids, I guess, yeah. And that they had able to do problem solving that was kind of akin to problem solving that 7-year-old children can do, you know what I mean? That's pretty amazing. For a bird to be able to do that kind of problem solving, and it's layered, right? They have to solve this problem to get to that problem kind of thing, right? And you see these cool little clips on YouTube here and there where people make friends with, I think I see them making friends with crows more than ravens, but I don't know. And the other thing is, every time we learn some stuff about, creatures that do that stuff, like, say, ravens being good at, problem solving and stuff like that, I like it because it kind of reminds us that, hey, science isn't about getting answers in the back of the book, man. It's an ongoing process that never ends, right? We're constantly learning things about stuff. And that's the point, right? To be learning stuff, man. Hey, Brian, how's it going, man? Interesting. A new one? Okay, so who did you add? Okay, so tell us about Simon. Wow, nice. Now, when you say English bully, do you mean like an English bulldog, or do you mean like an English bull terrier? Oh, wow. Thanks, the scientist, Sal. That's amazingly cool and generous. So, you know what that means, folks. You know what that means. Of course, Benjamin, if he's still here, would be, excited about it. So here we go. 3 cheers for the scientist. Hip, hip, hooray. Hip, hip, hooray. Hip, hip, hooray. And the crowd goes. So everybody join in with the cheers, please. Thank you. Old English bulldogs and English bulldogs. I had a friend when I was a teenager that his mom had a bull terrier, so it's obviously a different bird, but she was a really lovely dog. Looked intimidating, but was really a sweetheart. Oh no, noises from upstairs again. And even more noises from upstairs. I think maybe the dogs in this house, at least some of them, need to have their nails clipped. What do you think? That's so cool, Brian. Okay, so how many dogs is it total? Since you've got Simon now. That's funny, Punkanova. Six, crazy. Hey, Kuya. Yeah, there's not much left in the stream. Sorry about that, but yeah. At least you can catch a little bit of it. That's cool that you foster them, Brian. That's a good thing, because I always get so brokenhearted when you hear horrible stories about dogs. Like, well, let's see, the 2 pit bulls we have were rescues, and they're pretty dogs, and they can look intimidating, but they would not be good guard dogs because they've been so poorly treated by humans in the past that if you do any kind of aggressive stance at them, they just run and hide. They're really, kind of still. I mean, we've had them for years, but they're still. Whatever. I think it's some of those scars just never go away. And my sister's dog, he's some kind of bulldog terrier or something. I don't know, mixed. I don't know. I'm not sure what he is. He's a mutt. But he was not rescued from a racing or fighting or anything like that. He was rescued because the people just were inept at caring for dogs. And so she got 2 dogs, and they were both in pretty bad health. But the little bulldog mix mutt guy is, he had parvo pretty badly, and we thought he was going to die, actually. But my niece was able to kind of nurse him back from the brink. And he's a little kind of messed up because, parvo screws with soft tissues in particular. So his neurology didn't fully develop. He's kind of stuck at being an adolescent dog, as far as his development, mentally. But he's an adorable little critter. But man, whenever you hear stories about people, it's like, why would you bother having a pet if you weren't going to take care of it, I don't know. Okay, I'll have to look at the picture better, because right now where it is in the comment thing is too small for me to make anything out of it, so I'll get a better look later, Brian. But again, man, that's so cool that you foster the dogs in particular, because who else is going to take care of them, right? Good on you, man. Oh, I just saw your comment popping up. I was like, what the hell's going on there? Okay, I get it now. Well, thank you, Brian. Thank you for thanking me. Okay, since it's getting near the end of the stream here. Okay, so if I decide to do a thing for my birthday, does anybody have a favorite time of day? Because I do this on Saturday night, because it just seems convenient to me to do for Saturday night. Hey, Space Cowboy. Thanks for coming by, man. But so if I did it on my birthday, should I do it evening or... I don't know. I just really don't know. I probably will, Skeletor. But thanks, I'm glad you enjoyed the video. yeah, I'll probably be doing something like that. I think I'd like to do, well, what I'm thinking of is solitaire with cards, or me playing by myself backgammon, or since I dug up and did a little bit of a show and tell on my mom's mahjong set, I think I'm going to try to get out the rule book and relearn how to play mahjong, and I'll do like I do with backgammon, and I'll just play all of the hands myself, so, you know. But I think I'd like to do one of those 3 types of videos a month, maybe. You know, I'm going to do... I want to do a little bit more of the chopstick on the jar. Oops. So here we go. Birthday tarot card reading, interesting. I don't really have any tarot cards though. Oh, I'm making another batch of ginger ale. Oh, there's a thing. I don't know if Benjamin's still here. A while back, he'd asked me if... Oops, sorry about that. Stop doing the thing, man. Stop doing the thing. I don't remember. Maybe it was the last stream or something, but they asked what my... if I had hobbies, and so I said a few things, but one of the things I forgot to mention was that I've been... recently using a ginger bug to make homemade soda. So I've made just basic ginger ale, and I've made a grape soda too. But I think I like the ginger ale best, just the same, just a plain old basic ginger ale. But I'll probably experiment with a few others again, just because. It's especially appealing to me to do just ginger ale, because I like ginger ale a lot. And ginger ale that's made, just out of, ginger and sugar and water, which is what I use. It's just those 3 ingredients. Well, those 3 ingredients and then a bunch of yeast and bacteria, but sort of living critters that make it fizzy are the things that are also good for your gut. But that's it, right? It's, it has health benefits. It has a lot less sugar. And it costs next to nothing to make after you've bought the glassware, It's just ginger, sugar, and water. Yeah, I really like this sound too, Wizard. I don't remember exactly how I even found it. Man, I really like it. Camera decided to do its thing again. Why did it do that? Let's zoom out. Thank you. Heebie-jeebie. Oh my goodness, Punkanova. Okay, I guess we will celebrate. So we all know how this goes, right? So we're giving 3 cheers for Punkanova plays because well, they passed the LCV test. I'm not sure I know what an LCV test is. I feel like I should, but I don't. Anyway, so congratulations. Let's celebrate for the last few minutes of the live stream. And immediately what we will do, though, is 3 cheers for Punkanova. Hip, hip, hooray. Hip, hip, hooray. Hip, hip, hooray. And the crowd goes, oh. Oh, that's right. You said that you were doing your bartender thing. Right. I just, sorry, that just went right over my head. But well, congratulations. That's fantastic. Oh, wow, every 5 years. Okay. Well, at least you're staying legal, right? Cool. Well, that's groovy. That's really, really groovy. I don't know. I get so happy when people share with us those types of things, man. It just makes for better and funner and cooler everything, man. Wow, okay, so you're going back to it. Right on. A good bartender is a good thing. When I used to drink, it was because there's some bartenders that just aren't decent bartenders. Not only do they not know how to make drinks, but they're just, anyway. Gainful employment, right, yeah. Yeah, absolutely. And if it's something that you can, at least get some enjoyment out of, then, Now, do you do any of the tricky handling of bottles, or do you just, basically make drinks? I don't know, it's a good question. I mean, obviously, you would think that there would be a certain amount of, like, health stuff and, maybe just consistency as well as, all the rules about not being able to water your booze and stuff like that. Yeah, I guess that's the thing, how licenses allow for people to have a certain amount of consistency of, control or, sort of what the outcome of behavior that's expected, yeah. Hey, Mercury. How's it going? Oh, you know, we're getting down near the end, so you know what I'll do, just because it seems like a good thing to do. Let me look at my calendar, and I'll tell you, I don't have anything scheduled for September yet. So I guess if anybody has an urgent request, now would be the time to make it. So this Monday is another mind test Monday. It'll just be regular mind test, so no live stuff or anything like that. Followed by the day after my birthday will be a geography video. And also, I don't know exactly when it'll be, just I suppose, you know, sometime on the 20th I will probably do about an hour of a live stream. Oh, right, yeah, because it's, well, depending on where you are, it would be Sunday, huh? Because, you know, for me, it's still Saturday night. But, and then, so after the 21st, so my birthday on Wednesday, who knows when that I'll do a thing. The 21st is geography. Then the 25th will be Enigma. And then on the 28th, I will be doing some kind of guided hypnosis, relaxation, something or other. And then, of course, on the 1st of September, we'll go back to Mind Test Monday, just because that's, you know, the every other weekend thing. But I think I'm going to try and stick to the Monday, Thursday release schedule, maybe occasionally changing it up, just because I like it once in a while doing a Whisper Wednesday of something. I don't know, just alliteration and that kind of stuff amuses me. Yeah, I guess that's it. Does anybody else have any pressing stuff to bring up before we close out for the night? Okay, you may make a suggestion, Mercury. Okay, what's the suggestion, man? I'm waiting. Okay, well, I guess while I'm waiting here for the last couple of seconds for the suggestion, well, you know, I might do that. Probably not just yet, but nah, dude, don't worry about it. That's fine. I survived the wait. Yeah, you know, I'll think about it. So there will be survival mode will come eventually, but I'm just sort of, you know, kind of stuck in my liking, well, whatever. Yeah, I will. I don't know when. When it happens, though, I'll be sure to, you know, try to make a big announcement of it so people will be able to know what's what. Basil Penny. Oh man, that was great. That was great. Oh man, I really like that. So thank you for your two cats. Okay, well, you know. Oh, you know what? Here, just because since you guys have talked about it for a second, I won't end the live stream just yet. I'm just going to put it on Be Right Back for a second. But okay, since we've brought up the whole cuteness thing, here we go. I'll be right back. Okay, so oh yeah, it's 20 cats. Wow. That's a lot of cats. Okay, so many of you know that I have a thing for elephants. So I have these three. There's other ones. I just don't know where they're at, but I have three of them that were gifts to me from my nieces. So here's one. There's an elephant, right? How adorable is that? There's elephant number 1. Here is elephant number 2, right? Elephant number 2, right? And this one, here's elephant number 3. Now this one actually makes a, man, I don't want to need to be, all right, so you need to steel yourselves. It makes noise, and I'm going to have it make its noise. How is that for horrible? Get them fixed and vaccinated. Okay, there's put the elephants over there to be out of the way for the moment. And okay, gang, so yeah, tutu. No, it wasn't me with the tutu. Just 3 little plushy toy elephants that were gifts from my nieces. So there you go. All right, I guess that's going to be it for tonight, gang. And so I will see you all next Saturday at, the same, 8 p.m. Saturday California time as usual. And, the same thing, triggers, chatting, games, etc., etc. But check out, the upcoming videos, and thanks for all of your support, and thanks for all your generosity and kindness and the whole thing. Hey, Ben, you're just in time for me to turn everything off, man. I'm just ending the stream right now. Yeah, same bar time, same bar channel, right? Yeah, I'll just be having the ginger ale, though, don't worry. Anyway, so aloha, siblings, and I will see you guys next week.